There is a large storm passing over Portugal currently, and that will be affecting our signal. So we've just got up to the practice of soft belly, taught by the incredible couple Stephen and Andrea Levine. And for those of you who may have been just breathing, that's always the best place to start. You're coming back to yourself, noticing the breath, entering the body. If you can just focus on that breath, maybe you'll notice the rise and fall of your hand on your chest. Place your hand now on your belly. Can you feel your belly rising and falling with each inhale and each exhale? And see, you can be curious. And with each inhale, see if you can soften your belly a little as it allows the air in. Imagine the air creating lots of little spaces, just tickling the cells and opening them just a little bit, little bits, as you're breathing in and breathing out. As you're breathing in, softening and breathing out, pushing those tensions away, blowing all the tensions away on the out breath. So breathing in, expanding the belly with the breath, and breathing out, pushing those tensions away, blowing them away on the breath. See, the belly is the place where we hold on to so much grief. It's where we hold on to our control, where we hold on to our power. Any kind of issues with power and control, anything that, any sense of loss of the familiar, it can affect us right here in our belly, in our digestive system. Or maybe you think you've got IBS, maybe you've received a diagnosis of some kind connected with maybe flatulence, maybe you fart a lot or burp a lot, maybe you don't digest your food quite right. It can all be related to the grief that we're all carrying. And if you can allow yourself and give yourself permission to have mercy, you will find that as you attend to your needs and your grief, that it makes everything else, or the symptoms that you've had and things, a lot less heavy to carry. And for some, that they was carrying, it goes away completely. For some, it still remains. But for 90% of people, life gets better. And that's what it's about, improving our quality of life and co-creating a world in which we can live in peacefully and safety with one another. So coming back to the breath, feeling that right here, right now, in this moment, we're holding you and you're safe. safe to breathe. And as you go throughout your day, your week, your year, no matter what, you can always come back to your breath and give yourself permission to breathe and soften to life. When we recognize the impermanence of life, of all things, and of course, we realize there are things in life we cannot control, we can regain our power, coming home to ourselves through the breath. So right here, right now, in our body consort, our power will still be lying, waiting for us to be reclaimed. We can feel safe in the knowing that in that moment, we can feel safe and grounded as we feel the earth holding us. And we know we can take responsibility for what we can control in this moment and just breathe. So you can find more of the practice of soft belly on a thing called Levine Talks. So if you pop that into your search engine, Levine Talks, and it's Couch Talk 6, and I will put the link in the comments for you. For more guidance on grief, you can buy my book, Meeting Your Grief, by Mama Bear McGowan. And of course, you can drop me a line, send me an email, and you can you're more than welcome to pop around for a cup of tea. It's now time to talk to something much bigger than ourselves. As I speak this prayer on behalf of each and every one of you present and each and every one of you who are absent, I speak to the light within us. We thank you for this gift today and for this breath that sustains us. We recognize the inherent importance of all things, of joy, of sorrow, of strength and of weakness, of comfort and hardship. Just as the seasons change and a river flows swiftly to the sea, our lives are in constant motion, a passing moment in the vastness of time. In this present experience of reality, help us to foster empathy, compassion, and loving support for one another. May we be present in each moment, cherishing the beauty and connection that surrounds us all. When we face trying times, help remind us that this too shall pass. May this understanding bring us peace and resilience, gifting us strength to be with what we cannot change. Guide our thoughts, words, and actions to be rooted in gratitude for the present moment, and grant us the strength to live fully in each precious moment. Ashe. Aho. Amen. Creative Roots, we started as a vision, and it's become a space for so many. We serve one another through offering space to breathe again. And we're currently building the Soul Sanctuary, a space for in-person events and workshops, and open up spaces for bringing back balance and attaining a peace of mind, body, and spirit. You can support us through subscribing to our channel and circulating and sharing what you can. You may want to join our team of volunteers. We welcome money or items to build our community spaces. Love donations are circulated right back into our community through our services and spaces that allow us to show up 24/7, providing crisis support and mental health first aid, and continue our compassionate work in community. In the words of our Lloyd Blakely, to love what death will touch, to love what could abandon us, is to accept these rites of grief, is to open up to vulnerability, because nothing ever stays the same. Everything is change. Back to the mother we return, this bowl of tears, salt and water, containing the language of all that we love, woven in with plankton and dancing bioluminescence, swallowed whole by a whale. Our tears travel in belly to the underworld, where we are reminded how to breathe into these bodies so that we may grieve. Wailing, whale song, sung into the abyss, so we may rise up into this bliss, where we lie next to one another as the falling rose petals kiss our skin, and the sweet smell reminds us of the beauty that is all around. And our spirit kin that arrived to hold us through the depths of darkness are now released. Stay if you will, go if you must, for we have excavated wisdom from places we did not know we could trust, and returned with this knowledge back to the village, where we're greeted with warmth in faces and acknowledgement of the pain we carry inside as an offering to this altar on behalf of the whole into this bowl of salt and water. Our gifts welcomed as a source of power to feed this diverse ecosystem within the great turning, where all of our powers are needed and we need to each other. My tissues know this. May this knowing ripple out in all 9 directions, east, west, south, north, above, below, inwards, outwards and through. May it spiral to the ancient ones who need it most, and circle into our gardens, where this grief and rage is composted into fertile soil, and the future ones may harvest the fruits of today's seeds. And as we walk each other through this gate back to our daily lives, and recollect layers of loss, absence and injustice into our grief-heavy baskets, may we return to the altar time and time again to fill these bowls with ocean, and return our tears as offerings for the soul of the world to be reminded what we are still listening. Grief is no visitor, no. Grief lives in our home. How will we honor grief as a permanent guest? I'm so thankful that today you have allowed me to share this space and time, acknowledging your grief with you today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up and gifting yourself this space and this grace and this time of healing. We're now bringing the service to a close, sending out a blessing for each and every one of you. May we be free from inner and outer suffering. May we be happy. May we be strong and healthy. May we be joyful. May we find deep and lasting peace now and forever. Namaste. Much love to all. Have an awesome Sunday, an awesome week, and see you this time next week. Much love.